What is up, everybody? So today, I know I've been going pretty hard on this 3D printing stuff here, but while the weather is bad outside, I figured it'd be a great time to get some of my 3D printing done. So
Breaking them down, tearing them up, I just can't get enough, just can't get enough.
let me show you something that I'm working on for a family member. I have my first grandson on the way. I'm very happy. And I decided I was going to do some stuff for the baby room, which they live in another state. So I'm printing something now. So I'll just show you some of what I've already got done, and then I'll show you what that is once it gets completed. Okay, so I've already packaged all these up here, so I'll just kind of show you the package, and then I'll run you through what they are. So this one, yep, this one is a Gyarados Pokemon. It's really flat. It's going to stick on the wall with like command strips or whatever. Then I have Arthur's name, which is what his name is, spelled out, and these Pokemon letters. I have these little 2-inch size letters, and I also have these big 4-inch size letters. I did his name in both because I don't know which one Mom and Dad wants to use, and kind of go from there. This one, I can't pronounce his name. It's another Pokemon. I've been out of Pokemon for a long time, so I don't know what this is. You probably do. Turned out pretty good. It's fairly thick. Again, it'll sit on the wall with some sort of command strips or whatever. So let me just show you this. A little Pokeball. Kind of got a weird thing here. And this is super thin, so you could always cut the edges around there if you want. Or you could just put it on the wall like that. It depends on what your theme is there. So I wanted to give them options. They don't have a 3D printer. I just wanted to make sure that they had everything that they needed. They wanted a Pokemon theme, so wanted to know if I could make them anything, and I said sure. So I took on the challenge here. I've been working on this stuff for, I don't know, better part of a week off and on, just when I get time after work and that kind of thing, and it's working out really well. Now this one here is a bigger piece, but again, it's a Pokemon theme. You got the big Pokeball with Charizard and Pikachu, and then I think that's probably Ash or whatever. Again, this is real thin. You can cut around the edges or whatever if you want. I thought that was super cool. And of course I showed it to them and they loved it. So I made them one of those as well. So I'm also making a couple more Pokemon. I need to make Mewtwo for the wall, and I need to make, I think it's Agron or whatever, which I think is what I'm printing right now. He's like a rock kind of dinosaur looking thing. So let me show you what that looks like on the printer. Mewtwo is probably going to print out similar to this. This is what they call Hue Forge. Basically, you take your 3D printer and you basically make a painting, picture, whatever. It's not like a lithography, which I've been working pretty hot and heavy on. These have the, lights in the inside. Well, it's not like that. This has the full color, and you don't need to put light on it because it's already colored. So let me show you what it looks like when it's printing here, and then I'll show you the Mewtwo that I still have to do. All right, so this is the Agron or whatever I'm making here. It's going to be quite big, and again, it's going to have like a hexagon shape to go on the wall. It's going to be very similar, which so far it's printing out really, really well. So it's going to be very similar to something like that. I do these for my paranormal investigations, which I've got about 10 of them to hang up, but just the ones that are memorable or whatever is what I usually do. So yeah, I know, like I said, I've been going at the 3D print stuff pretty hard here these past few weeks, but it's been nasty outside. Instead of taking a car out and working on a video that's going to take me days to produce, because the weather is just so hard out right now, I figured I'd take a little bit of a break, maybe do more 3D printing. I keep wanting to do more anyway throughout the year. I get focused on one thing and just kind of go at it. But I wanted to show you all the different places you can get things without actually having to learn CAD or anything like that. If you are new to CAD and you need help, my best suggestion would be to go to Tinkercad. Tinkercad is made by Autodesk. They're the ones that make AutoCAD and Fusion and a bunch of other products that are CAD related. And in my opinion, I'm a little bit older. So in 1993-4 is when I first learned how to use CAD. I went to a drafting program when I was still in high school, and did it as a trade school option where I got college credit. I never went on to college from there because I worked in the field for a while and the wages were really low because my area was very saturated, so I ended up getting into driving trucks and construction and all that kind of stuff. So I went a little different route, but I've never really left this stuff behind. I bought a CAD program years ago. I don't remember which one it was, 10, 12, whatever it was. The thing that you got to remember about buying CAD programs nowadays are, it's like everything else. They want a yearly subscription. I don't think that, at least Autodesk, I don't think they offer a perpetual license, which is the one where you buy it and you own it forever and you just get the updates. A lot of places don't do that anymore. So kind of keep that in mind. Okay, so this one right here is Mewtwo. This is one of the designs that I thought about making. This is on Maker World. I really like how it looks. It's got some decent color and stuff, but then again, see how it's going to be thin and tall. So that might match up with all the other stuff that I'm doing here. So we'll get out of here and I'll take you over to another one that I thought was really cool, because I have a couple of them here that I thought was really cool. So this one is also one that I really like, and I may end up doing this one as well because it's only got 4 colors, and that's what I have as a 4-color machine. I really like how it comes out of the Pokeball here, or it's on the Pokeball, I should say. It's got some definition here with the dots and all that stuff there. It looks really cool, and especially if you put it in a frame, it's going to look really cool. There again, this is something like what I envisioned them doing with their wall. See how it's got like different things here connected just right up to it with command strips or something, obviously. Or you could put them in frames or whatever, however you want to do it. I'll leave that up to them. But yeah, I thought that was super cool as well. So I'm probably going to print this one. I'll probably print the other one as well, just to give them an option. And as you see, I went through all these right here. Here's the Gyarados, which I chose different colors because this one looks a little dull. I like the colors that I chose because it gave it a little more pop. This one here uses this light blue as well as the darker blue. And it's cool and all, but I think it just kind of dulls it out a little bit. So I wanted to make mine pop a little bit more. And that's just something that you can do here too, guys. You don't have to design everything that you do. There's plenty of things on Maker World, Thingiverse, even Creality Cloud, printables. I mean, there's so many. As you see here, I download a lot of stuff that I like. I may or may not end up printing them later. Here's the alphabet letters that I chose. These turned out really good. You could resize them. You could, spell them up, and then when you get it to a point where you like it, you can hit a symbol and it'll put them close together, kind of like matching them up so you can kind of see what it looks like. I guess you could print it that way as well, but when I printed the 4-inch ones there, obviously I didn't want to use the assemble because it would be too big. And then there's the other Mewtwo. I really like that one. I got some Arc Raider stuff here. So yeah, I've been going kind of nuts on I'll download some stuff and play around with it, or I'll get some ideas, or whatever. Um, this is what I do when I'm looking at models that I want to create. Like this one here, I thought about doing this for myself. I thought it was super cool. It's kind of big. It's Monsters Inc. I love Monsters Inc. I'd probably put this one on my wall in a frame. I just really like it. Now, if you come back over here, I got some Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel stuff. I mean, there's so many things that you could do. Obviously, I can't sell stuff like this, but you could print them on your own. And like I said, this is on Maker World, so it's super easy to find. Um, I really like how they got the setup here. But I'm going to show you a couple other ones here that I like as well, just to kind of give you an idea of what I'm doing right now. So let's go over here to printables, and I'll show you this website. In case you don't know, I mean, some of you may or may not know, this is printables. Um, got plenty of stuff on here as well. I don't think I have an account on this one here. I just download stuff when I want it. So let's just go to like 3D models. And as you can see, there's a bunch of cool little stuff like here. Like automatically this pops out at me. The Hedron stack. I mean, that's pretty cool. Kind of like a little game or whatever. I like that. I think I like unique ideas like that. And I'm a little weird, I know, but I thought that was super cool, because that would be something like that I would probably come up with myself. You come down here, you got like gliders and stuff. Some of these can be printed as a kit card, which as you can see, I really like these kit card things here. Here's like some silverware at a kit card. I mean, just whatever, right? I think it's a super cool way of doing stuff. Bowling game, whatever. Tons of stuff on here. So let's go to Thingiverse. Now, Thingiverse has recently been bought, so I'm not sure what this is going to look like in the future, but as of right now, it's super cool. Like, look at this one right here. This is a feature here from Nerdy Gertie. I'm sorry. Um, Super cool item here, very unique. All these different models here. Trying to get through some of them here, and then it gives you a summary. And more importantly, it gives you the license down here. Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial, which means you can share it, and you could probably remix it. I don't have to look at the license here, but you can't sell it. So it's super cool what he's got here, but a lot of people, obviously, when you make these, they don't want you to sell them. So keep that in mind, too. And you can buy a designer to make you anything you want. And actually, most of these websites have a section in their community, which I don't see this one here. Okay, I guess it's under groups here. So let's move on to Creality Cloud. Again, I like the clean look of Creality Cloud here. I do have an account on this one here, so let's go to my profile, and let's see, print files. I don't know where it keeps on. Okay, here we go. 126 prints. So these are the things that I pulled off of their website. Just different things, like stands and whatever. Or I might bring something in, like this one here I brought in from Maker World, but it still shows that I printed on their machine, I guess. So it keeps a record, which is nice. And then that way, if I want to go back, I can just, boom, there it is. This is the off-road mold that I have for the tires, rims, when I was doing all that prototyping. This is the chassis I got from Cyborg 86. Pretty cool. A couple different things here. The Triceratops card, which I thought turned out really good. And some of these are crawler courses, bins, whatever. But yeah, you get the idea here. There's tons of things you could do. Here's a lithophane thing that I bought. That's the enclosure that I bought. This thing here, I think it cost me 20 bucks, 10 bucks or whatever for the file. I actually bought it from a guy either on Etsy or Cults 3D. which I'm going to show you Cults 3D now because I think it's probably the best place to get STL files, in my opinion. So you get on here, and let's just go ahead and sign in. I'll sign in with my Google account. And yes, I have a lot of Google accounts. So I'll sign on here, and I actually have something in my cart right now. But let's go to my downloads. Bam, you can see all these. There's some free stuff here, some that cost $1, $7, you know, so on and so forth. So these are all pretty cool little setups here. I got a gas station here that I haven't done yet, but I think it looks really cool. It's more of a complicated print. But the thing about getting prints from this website is most of them are designers that sell things, and when they sell them, it means that their designs are more premium, so they're more apt to not give you problems when you try to print them. Only bad thing is here, like I'm clicking on these pictures and it takes a while to load them. I don't know why it does it. It always does this on their website. I don't know why. But again, it gives you a description down here. And somewhere in here it talks about licenses. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit about what I've been doing because I've been going pretty hard on this for a while. I love 3D printing, and as you can see why, you know, it's super cool. There's tons of things to do and print and all that stuff. And like I said, I'm working on all that stuff for my daughter. But hopefully here another week or two, we'll get back to actually getting outside. I want to get on the crawler course with some of the minis. I want to get out there. Actually, there's a couple places I want to take my big truck to, my Ascent, the Red Cat Ascent. I'm going to take the plow off of it. That kind of worked. I've got to do some redesigning and stuff on that, but I'll take that stuff off and I'll put the regular bumper back on. And there's a couple places I want to take and go and actually do some real crawling. I have the Losi Mini B, which I haven't shown on the channel yet, and I'm going to be doing some light racing with that thing. It just looks super cool. I had to buy one. NASCAR season is here. We've had a couple races now that you know, kind of got a season started here. I think they call it a Losi NASCAR. I'm going to be buying one of those, and I'm going to be going to a couple different tracks that offer races. They offer structured, you know, bracket type racing, or you could just go and practice. So I'm going to be doing a mix of both, but I don't know how much I'll be able to film because some of these places are in hobby stores, and some of these hobby stores allow it, some of them not so much. So I would imagine it wouldn't be a problem, but we'll just have to see what we see when we get there. Performance Hobbies is one of them, and what's it? Hobbytown USA is the other one. There is another one in my area that was talking about doing some stuff because they have a little miniature course outside off-road, but as of right now they haven't redone their track. There's another one that has like a nice little crawler set up. Anyway, I'm getting off here on a tangent, so yeah, I appreciate everybody watching, and that's what I'm doing this week, 3D printing. But stay tuned because there's a whole lot more coming up. I've got tons of plans. I'm just kind of switching it up a little bit because, you know, weather's bad, and I haven't really done that much 3D printing like I wanted to on the channel, so I really just kind of dove into it. So yeah. Stay tuned, guys. Another couple weeks, we'll be out doing some normal stuff here and bashing and tearing things up again. So yeah, let's look forward here soon. Thanks for watching.